Good evening, everybody. Apparently, it says I am gone live, so I am live. So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sunday night's super quiz. Nick's quiz being broadcast live from my trusty abode. Now then, it's been a glorious day today. It's been very, very warm here. Probably not as warm as it is in the USA at the moment. So maybe Lisa, you can tell me what temperature it's been in California today. That's if you can see anything with the smoke that's going on there at the moment. But I hope you are all keeping safe in California. Looks pretty horrendous, actually, the forest fires at the moment. Right, we just had Jed and Tracy join us. Good evening, Jed and Tracy. Hope all is well. Hope you've had a lovely day today. Possibly been out somewhere and walking or cycling or doing something in the sunshine. It's been a very nice day. And Martin's just joined us. Martin and Tina from sunny Dunchurch have just reported in. So good evening to you too. Hope all is well with you. Now then, last week was a very close affair with some excellent scores throughout. Out of a possible 60, we had one team score a fantastic 56 points last week. And the accolade went to the famous five, who ended up with 56 points. Good evening, Michelle's just joined us. Michelle Gibbons. Good evening, Michelle. Hope all is well with you and the family, keeping well. Raring to do the quiz tonight. And Jolly Callahan's just joined us. Hi, Nick, just signing in for Ice Ice Baby. Ice Ice Baby. Fair play to you. Second last week in a very close fought competition, we had the Ridgeways on an astoundingly good 55 points. Alongside who else? There was another team on 55. Oh, yes, Don Quixote, of course. So Don Quixote and the Ridgeways shared second place last week with a very respectable 55 points. Then in fourth place, just behind them, was Home Alone 6 on a fantastic 54 points. So we've all got a bit to do tonight to see whether we can score anywhere near the scores that we had last week, but never mind. So just had Neil and Tracy join us. Team name Squeaky Pob. Hope all is well with you and you've had a good day. And I've had a lovely lunch today. Sat back and done very little other than finish my quiz off so that you could all be entertained tonight. I did watch the Grand Prix, which was quite exciting, but I will not give away the result just in case anybody hasn't watched it and wants to watch the highlights. Well, I think the highlights are on about now, actually, but never mind. Home Alone 3.5 tonight. We have no Daisy and Alan, and Glyn keeps falling asleep. Now, why is he falling asleep then, Carol? Has he been on the bottle or something, or is he just tired? He must have been up at some silly stuff. Right, what did we say? Lisa's just saying currently 77 degrees, 25 degrees C in Northern California. It's very smoky here, but thankfully not too close to the fires. We can't go outside as the air quality is so bad. Oh dear, dear, dear. That is awful, isn't it? Oh dear, dear, dear. Never mind. Yeah, it's not much fun, is it, if you're locked down in all that lot? But never mind. Let's hope that things improve. Maybe a bit of rain might help. I don't know. Sarah's just saying, hi, Nick. Hope you enjoyed the weather today. Russ got pooped on by a magpie this afternoon. So hoping for some good luck in tonight's quiz. I think that's supposed to bring good luck, isn't it? Being pooped on by a bird of some description. I don't know whether magpies are particularly. Well, weren't they the harbinger of doom and evil or something? Magpies, I can't remember. Never mind. We got the Twinnies have just joined us. JB and PB, and Mick and Bev have also just joined us from sunny Bilton. So good evening to Mick, Bev. Hope all is well with you too. Looking forward to going away this weekend. I will be in touch about details for that, but we'll worry about that later. Right, tonight's rounds. Let me just briefly run through tonight's rounds for you. We're starting off as usual with just an initial letter round. So we take the initial letters of Sunday the 13th. That should give us 10 possible answers, Sunday the 13th. Round number 2 tonight is an initial letter link. Question number 3 is a straightforward art and literature round. We haven't had one for a little while, so I thought you might just enjoy a little bit of art and literature, take the tone of the quiz up a little. And then we have a round entitled CD, where all the answers are 2-word answers, starting with a C and a D. C, and a D. So that's pretty straightforward. Round number 5 tonight is a 1 to 10 round, a 1 to 10, where basically the first answer is 1 letter or number long. The second answer is 2 letters long. Third answer is 3 letters long. You've got the idea. Till we get to number 10, which is 10 letters long, surprisingly. And then round number 6 tonight will just be some general trivia, which I know you all enjoy because there's always something there that is just a stupid bit of trivia. But fair play. If you can get it, you can get it. Now then, Robin's just put, what's he put? Being pooped on is certainly good luck for the dry cleaners. George Priestley's just joined us. Good evening, George. Hope all is well with you. Raring to do the quiz tonight. Good. And Anne Anderson has also joined us from sunny Sussex. Well, the sun has certainly gone down here. Now then, does it go down? No. It should go down faster in Sussex than Rugby, I think, but never mind. Yeah, sunset's come and gone, unfortunately, so we're in darkness now. But it has been, as I say, a lovely day. And I think it's forecast to be even warmer possibly tomorrow. So we will see. I think Monday and Tuesday are both supposed to be excellent in terms of weather across the UK. Unless, of course, you live in the Outer Hebrides or something. I'm not convinced that it's going to be particularly summery there, but we don't know. Maybe it is. I haven't looked at the weather forecast recently. Right, we've now got 42 teams logged on presently and all raring to do battle. So get your beer ready and get your nuts, so to speak, to hand. And we shall be starting the quiz in approximately, 7-8 minutes. So I've got to waffle on a little bit longer. Tonight's beer, the new one oldies this week, is entitled Stormtrooper, a pack of 4 Galactic Pale Ale, it claims to be. How much was it? Was it £4? £4 for, it was £4 for 4, which seems a reasonably good price. You don't get many. Yes. So we've got some Stormtrooper Galactic Pale Ale. I'm not quite sure who makes it, but never mind. We'll give it a try and see what it's like. In fact, let me just test it now. Right then. Anthony from Don Quixote has just joined us. Now, Don Quixote, I have mentioned you already in tonight's quiz because basically you ended up in second place last week after a first place, I think, the week before. So let's see how you all fare tonight. It appears that Don Quixote are signing in from Kings and Nympton, North Devon, Upper Norwood, South London, Walton, North West Manchester. Blimey, you're all over the place. So Manchester, Devon and London tonight. Don Quixote have got their team from. Graham Gifford's just joined us. Graham and Jane back from sunny Italy. I've been watching your pictures and adventures around Italy. That sounded a great fun, and I hope you've had a great time and ready to do battle again in one of my silly quizzes. But never mind. Julie Ashcroft has just joined us. Evening, Julie. Hope all is well with you. Keeping well. And the Ridgeways are back in last week's second place, second equal with Don Quixote, I have to say. Let me just tell you quickly, as I said, the results from last week. It was a win, an eventual win for the famous 5. They've been there or thereabouts every week for the last God knows how long. But last Sunday, they managed first place with a fantastic 56 points. They were hotly pursued by the Ridgeways on 55 points, along with Don Quixote also on 55 points. On 54 points, we had Home Alone 6, which are tonight only Home Alone 3.5, but that's no half points for them, of course. And then we had a couple of teams. We had split the difference in 5th on 53.5. In 7th equal, we had Julie Ashcroft on 52.5. Along with Team UK USA also on 52.5 points. And in 9th place, we have Mick Roberts on 52 points. So realistically, we only had 4 points separating the top 9 teams last week, which was very good indeed. So what's Chris Meads on tonight? He's just telling me, no, the Harper's American IPA is on Harper's American IPA. I think that's another magnificent oldie brew, but never mind. Toronto and Chepstow have just joined us, so good evening to Toronto. Hope all is well there. What's the temperature in Toronto at the moment? I wonder whether it's as warm as it is here at the moment. I don't know. Might be good fun to find out. So Great White from Toronto and obviously their other half of the team from Chepstow have joined us. Martin Davis is saying JB of the 20s lives in Dymchurch. Oh, right. Sorry, Dunchurch. Oh. My brother Steve has just joined us. Good evening, Jill and Steve Pugh. Hope all is well with you. Have you had a good day? I expect the weather's been fine where you are. Got out and done a bit of bird watching. I don't know whether I've put any bird watching questions in this week, but never mind. One of the teams, however, has had a magpie poop on them, apparently. So it's got to be good news for them because they might be in with a chance of winning tonight, having been pooped upon, but never mind. Yeah, Roy Joe saying we're half cut and half baked. Oh dear. Yes, that reminds me of the time I did a quiz on behalf of one of my friends when I was completely cut, but never mind. It gets a bit silly when you're that far off, but never mind. So it's 22 degrees apparently in sunny Toronto. That's supposed to be what the temperature was here this afternoon, but I'm sure it peaked a little bit higher. I mean, at the moment in my house, of course, living in my house, it's ridiculous. There's 26 degrees here at the moment, so we've got the fans on, but never mind. John O'Rourke has just joined us. The Famous Five are here at last. Now, the Famous Five, as I've already mentioned this evening, were last week's winners on a fantastic 56 points out of a possible 60. So we couldn't go wrong with that, could we? So well played, Famous Five from last week. Let's see how we all fare tonight. Rugby Rotary Club have just joined us. Now, the Rugby Rotary Club, funnily, were doing remarkably well last week until they got to one round, and I think they managed to cock it up somehow. But basically, I think that's the word. I don't know what led them up the garden path, but I think it was one of my initial letter link rounds or something. They kind of threw the towel in one round, which kind of completely bamboozled them. But never mind, they're going to come back stronger tonight. And with Pick and Mix have just joined us. So good evening, Pick and Mix. Hope all is well with you. And Dean Johnson, no PRS, please return soon. That's a good one. PRS, please return soon. Now, that's a good idea. I think you'll find PRS will be with us in a minute because one of the team's already been speaking. So whether Robin's already been speaking, so whether the rest of the team are in the background at the moment, suddenly are going to sign in and say hello to us all. But never mind. Right, we've got 60 teams. That's pretty good. That was, I think we managed 60 last week. So we're back up to our normal 60 teams, which is very good in these times, or these unsettling times at the moment. It has been truly testing, hasn't it, with the government moaning about the figures going back up, and of course putting new restrictions in place is going to make life that little bit more difficult for all of us, but hopefully we'll get through it. I'm sure we will. And right, we have just 2 minutes left and then we'll get going with the quiz. Let me just run through the rounds for you once again. Oh yes, you see, there we are. PRS have just joined us, so PRS signing in, present and correct. PRS, let's have a think. Please return soon. We've got PRS, never mind. How's the power generation? You always ask me. Today has been remarkably good, Matthew. 34 kilowatts today of stunning solar power. But never mind. I've just had my payment actually for this quarter, which has been very good. So what the hell? Nick Bowers is saying hello. What's that? Is it Sunday already? Yes, it is Sunday already. I think it's time to do some quizzing, isn't it? So let me quickly go through the rounds and then we'll get going because we've got a minute to go. So Sunday the 13th, where we use the initial letters of the word Sunday, the 1 and the 3 and the T and the H. Round number 2 is an initial letter link, 9 general knowledge questions, where question 10 asks you to take the first letters of all those answers and rearrange them to spell out something or other. Round number 3 tonight is an art and literature round, Round number 4 tonight is entitled C and D, 2-word answers starting with the initial letters C and D, as in Christopher Dolman, for instance. Round number 5 is entitled 1 to 10, where the first answer will be 1 digit or 1 number. Your second answer will be 2 digits or 2 numbers, and so on and so forth till we get to 10, where it will be just 10 letters. And then finally, round number 6 tonight will be a general trivia round. So without further ado, let us get going. We've now got 64 teams logged on. Well played, everybody, for joining us tonight. It's a good turnout tonight. So question number 1, Remember, this has got to start with the letter S. S for sugar. What day of the week is known as Samstag in Germany? So what day of the week is known as Samstag in Germany? Nice one, Robin. Sending all the school children back as well. I mean, I suppose it's ever likely to go up a bit. Pinky and Perky have just joined us, so good evening, Pinky and Perky. Yes, we've got all the chat seems to be working tonight. Question number 2. This is a bit trickier. Outlined in a constitution signed on November the 16th, 1945, what does the acronym UNESCO stand for? So, outlined in a constitution signed on November the 16th, 1945, what does the acronym UNESCO stand for? I might give you half a point if you can get 5 of the 6 words I'm after. Unless Roy won't let me. Question number 3. This starts with the letter N. N for Nick. With a name that literally means vast place. What is a desert that stretches for more than 2,000 kilometers along the Atlantic coast of Angola, Namibia, and South Africa? So question 3, with a name that literally means vast place. What is a desert that stretches for more than 2,000 kilometers along the Atlantic coast of Angola, Namibia, and South Africa? I've been past it in my boat at one time or another, I'm sure. Question number 4, remember, starts with the letter D, which kind of gives this one away a bit. Which king is a fictional character in Shakespeare's Macbeth? He is the father of 2 youthful sons and the victim of a well-plotted regicide in a power grab by his trusted Captain Macbeth. Ooh, a bit evil, that. Bit evil. So which king is a fictional character in Shakespeare's Macbeth? He is the father of 2 youthful sons and the victim of a well-plotted regicide in the power grab by his trusted Captain Macbeth. Question number 5. In Greek mythology, who was taken to the river Styx, which was supposed to offer powers of invulnerability, by his mother Thetis and dipped into the waters? So question 5 again, in Greek mythology, who was taken to the river Styx, which was supposed to offer powers of invulnerability, by his mother Thetis and dipped into its waters? And do remember, that's got to start with the letter A. Get the idea of this Sunday soon enough. I've only done it for 40 odd weeks. Well, unless, of course, it was a Wednesday, in which case it wouldn't be. Been spelt differently. Right, question number 6. This starts with the letter Y, which gives this one away a bit. Small in size, but wise and powerful. Who was a legendary Jedi Master and stronger than most in his connection with the Force? So small in size, but wise and powerful. Who was a legendary Jedi Master and stronger than most in his connection with the Force? Right, question number 7, I just need a year, and surprisingly it starts with the number 1, as in the 13th. So I've given you one of the digits, you just need to find the other 3. So question number 7, on the 1st of July of which year Did BBC Two launch Europe's first colour service with the Wimbledon Tennis Championships presented by David Vine? It was a bit of a tester, to be quite honest. So on the 1st of July of which year did BBC Two launch Europe's first colour service with the Wimbledon Tennis Championships presented by David Vine? I expect they all knew that grass was green anyway, really, didn't they? I think it was soon after that they changed the colour of the balls, didn't they? For some reason. Make them show up more. Maybe I've got the wrong end of the stick for that one, but never mind. Question number 8. This starts with a number 3, which is pretty straightforward. What is the freezing point of water at standard atmospheric pressure in degrees Fahrenheit? So what is the freezing point of water at standard atmospheric pressure in degrees Fahrenheit? Some straightforward that. I hope my friends from Worcester are all keeping up with the questions. Do remember, if you've been pooped on by a magpie, you should have all of these so far. Question number 9, starting with the letter T, again, which makes this a little easier. Commonly grown in temperate climates worldwide, White Lady, Scarlet Queen, and Golden Ball are all varieties of which root vegetable? So commonly grown in temperate climates worldwide, White Lady, Scarlet Queen, and Golden Ball are all varieties of which root vegetable? Nice one, Sarah. She just saying the magpie's not helping much. Oh dear. Come on, I'm sure it's going to be your night yet. You wait and see. Was it difficult, Raz? Dear. And finally, question number 10. Which European country uses the single letter H as its international car registration symbol? I think you need 2 for joy. What was that magpie song? 1 for... 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. That's right. Which European country uses the single letter H as its international car registration symbol? Is any help? It's not Hibernia or anything silly like that. Right, there, your first 10 questions. I think most of those were pretty straightforward. There might be the odd tricky one in there, or in 50-50, but never mind. Now then, just for our friends in sunny California, I am about to attempt to open this magnificent beer. You can't actually read it because it's back to front, but it says California Sun. California Sun from Thornbridge in sunny England. Oh, I don't know where Thornbridge is brewed. Is it Derbyshire? Does anybody know where Thornbridge is brewed? It is Derbyshire, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it was. Somewhere there. Right then, here we go. Here are your answers for your first 10 questions. So put your pens down and, well, unless you're marking, here we go. The day of the week I wanted, which is known as Samstag, is Saturday, Samstag. Number 2, the UNESCO. Now, if you can get 5 of the bits right, it's the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Question number 4 is just asking what question 4 was. Oh, that was the fictional, which king in a fictional character in Shakespeare's Macbeth starts with a D? He's the father of 2 youthful boys and the victim of a well-plotted regicide in a power grab by his trusted captain, Macbeth. Does that help? The twinnies? Lydia not put that down in the chat? Oh, it is in the chat, yeah. All the questions are down in the chat, by the way, if you've got it up on your screen. Right, sorry. Question number 3. I was after the Namib Desert. Number 4, of course, it was King Duncan. Number 5, it was Achilles that was dipped in. Unfortunately, she didn't dip his whole body in, but forgot to dip his ankle in, so he became vulnerable. Question number 6 was Yoda. Question number 7 was 1967, when the first, it was really a test transmission, but it went out live all the same. Question number 8 is 32 degrees, of course. Question number 9 was turnips. And finally, question number 10, H is the international car registration for Hungary. Hungary, well done if you got that. Right then, that UNESCO, if you've got kind of 5 of the 6, I will give you half a point for that. So there, the answers, Lydia's put them up on the right-hand side. So do your own marking. Let's have some scores in and see how we've all fared after that first round. So we've got Great White on 7.5, got Jed and Tracy on a very respectable 9 points. Got Mick Roberts on 8, the Rugby Rotary Club's on 9. We've got Sarah and the gang from Worcester on 7. Magpie's not doing very well at the moment. Julie Ashcroft on a fantastic 10. Well played, you. Famous 5 on 8.5. We've got Anthony the Ridgeways on 8. We've got Squeaky Pub on 9.5. Graham Gifford's on 8.5. Andrew Lewis is on 9. Got Michelle on 8.5. Jill Pugh and Steve are on 9. Hilary Farman is on 9. Got Anne Anderson on 8. Carol Jackson, Home Alone 3.5. 8. Missing Daisy, oh dear. Nick Bowers on 8. We've got PRS on 8.5. Don Quixote on 9. Ice Baby 9.5. Well played them. Split the difference are on 9. Any more scores coming in? We've got Pinky and Perky drinking margaritas and beer on a fantastic 7. Martin Davis is on 9. Well played, Martin. Figure Mix are on 8.5. So we've got some very, very good scores in there. And one person, as far as I can see, has got a clear 10. Julie Ashcroft at this present time is all on her own in the lead by full 10 marks. Well played, Julie. Now, Julie was in last week's running as well. She was 7th equal last week. So let's see how she fares tonight. Right. Round number 2 tonight is in an initial letter link. 10 questions. They're general knowledge questions, where the answers to the final question can be spelled out by rearranging the first letters of the first words in the first 9 answers. We'll get there in a minute. Oh, Lisa's just come in. Team UK USA starting on a 6. Oh dear, catching up to do. What a shame. Never mind. Not the easiest thing. UNESCO, yeah. Yeah, that's all right. California. So I'm just drinking some California Sun. We're just testing it, and that does taste okay. Right. Question number 1. Probably won't suit the people from abroad, but never mind. Well, it might do. The European headquarters of Facebook and Google can be found in which capital city? So the European headquarters of Facebook and Google can be found in which capital city? So take the initial letter of that capital city, stick it down on a bit of paper somewhere, because we'll be needing that in a bit. Question number 2. What term is commonly used to refer to the day that follows Shrove Tuesday and is known as the first day of Lent? So what's it commonly called? So what term is commonly used to refer to the day that follows Shrove Tuesday and is known as the first day of Lent? This is one for the Giffords, because they've probably been there. Asti is a sparkling white wine and also a region of which European country? So Asti is a sparkling white wine and also a region of which European country? Question number 4 is a film question. In which film series did Hans Gruber, the main villain in the first film, and his brother Simon Gruber was the main villain in the third film? Sorry, I didn't read that very well, but never mind, I'll read it again. In which film series is Hans Gruber, the main villain in the first film, and his brother Simon Gruber The main villain in the third. Sure, you'll have all heard that film. Very big. And as there's three of them, it makes it a bit easier, I suppose. I don't know how I made a fourth, actually, but anyway. Question number 5. The logo of the supermarket Lidl features 3 letters in blue plus the letter I in which other colour? I always make questions like that because I can never remember. The logo of the supermarket Lidl features 3 letters in blue plus the letter I in which other colour? Question number 6 is a bit of a guess, but you might be able to work this out when you get to the end. So I wouldn't rush down to put this one down, but you might have a think about it. Question number 6, founded around 1200 BC. What is the second oldest capital city in Europe behind Athens? Obviously being the oldest. So founded around 1200 BC, what is the second oldest capital city in Europe behind Athens? As I say, you might like to leave that one, see what letter you've got missing at the end, and then fill it in. That's providing you've got some of the letters, of course. Question number 7. According to the nursery rhyme, Polly put the kettle on. Who took it off again? So according to the nursery rhyme, Polly put the kettle on. Who took it off again? We all remember that one, surely. Question number 8, I'm just after a single word. What word goes before tax to give the term by which the under-occupancy penalty, which came into effect in the UK in 2013, is better known? So question 8 again, what word goes before tax to give the term by which the under-occupancy penalty, which came into effect in the United Kingdom in 2013, is better known? Oh, blimey, I don't know whether I'll be able to pronounce this one, but never mind. I'm just going to change that slightly to make it a bit easy. Question number 9. Who won a Best Actor Oscar in 1957 for playing King Mongkut of Siam in The King and I? What a famous film. So who won a Best Actor Oscar in 1957 for playing King Mongkut of Siam in The King and I? And of course, to connect them all together, the first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the creatures that the term loveliness is used as a collective noun for. What are these creatures? So the first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the creatures that the term loveliness is used to describe a collective noun for. What are these creatures? And if it's any help, it's not magpies. I'm sure it's not. Right, I will give you a minute to work that out. Now, does anybody think that round was too tricky or what? How are you doing? Julie Sam, yes. Collective nouns are one of those stupid things that comes up in lots of quizzes, really. Never mind. Right, all the questions are there in the right-hand column, the chat column, if you've got it up on your tablet or on your phone. Do remember, if you're watching on your television, you've not got the chat. It's very useful to have it on another device, so you can have your phone running at the same time, which allows you to see the chat, and of course all the questions are there in the chat. Do try and remember what the idea of each of the rounds are. We've had some rounds that have all got to start with the same letter, and people keep putting in stupid things with the wrong letters in them, but never mind. Right, I'm going to give you another minute, and then we'll do some marking in this round. Yeah, the term loveliness is used as a collective noun for what type of creatures? It is a one-word answer, and it's a plural, just to help you a little. At least the internet seems reasonably stable tonight, thankfully. Okay then, everyone, that's probably time enough. I know it's probably not time enough for all the teams, but never mind. Let's go through the answers. Put your pens down and let's see whether you've got anywhere near the 10 that I was after. European headquarters of Facebook and Google can be found in Dublin. Question number 2. Shrove Tuesday, of course, is followed by Ash Wednesday. Number 3, Asti is a region and also a sparkling wine, which you find in Italy. Number 4, in the film series, and sorry, I asked him which film series is Hans Gruber the main villain, and his brother Simon Gruber the main villain in the third film. That was Die Hard. Die Hard. Well done if you got that. Number 5, in the Lidl logo, you've got 3 letters in blue plus 1 letter in red. Red. Number 6, the second oldest capital city in Europe, which was founded in 1200 BC. Well done if you worked it out in the end. That was Lisbon. Lisbon. Number 7, Polly put the kettle on. Who took it off? That was Suki. Suki, or Susan, apparently, according to my book. Number 8, what word goes before tax? Well, it was better known as the bedroom tax, of course, the bedroom tax. Number 9, who won a Best Actor Oscar for playing the King of Siam in The King and I? That was Yul Brynner. Yul Brynner, of course. And if you rearranged the first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers, you should have ended up with a loveliness of ladybirds. A loveliness of ladybirds. Well done if you got that. Something I couldn't remember, I'm sure. Right, we have some teams straight in there. We've got the Rugby Rotary Club. They've only dropped 1 point. They're doing exceedingly well tonight on true form on 19 points. Famous Fiver on 16.5. We've got Don Quixote also on 19 points. We've got Jed and Tracy on 17. We've got Home Alone 3.5. Very good, respectable score on 18. We've got Mick Roberts on 18. Judy Ashcroft on 19 points. Great White on 17.5. We've got Sarah and the gang on 16. Anthony Ridgway and the Ridgways are on 18. We've got Pinky and Perky on 16. Hilary Farndon is on 18. Jill Pugh's on 18 points. Martin Davis on 19. Great score, Martin. Andrew Lewis on 17. Nick Bowers on 16. Split the difference are on 18. We've got Anderson on 18. PRS and Matthew Blood. Somehow they paid their joker on that round. Are on 28.5. God knows where they got that from, but never mind. Ice Baby on 19.5. We've got Graham Gifford on 15.5. I hope you got the Italy question. Lisa Lasky, Team USA catching up on 16. Well played, you. Michelle's on 17.5. Pick a Mix doing excellently on 18.5. Matthew Blood correcting his score now. They're on 18.5. Well played them. The 20s are on 13. Squeaky Bob on 19.5 points. Now, I think Squeaky Bob, if I'm not mistaken, that is the leading score. Oh, no, Johnny Callahan, Ice Baby are also on 19.5. So we've got a couple of teams on 19.5, and then we've got 3 or 4 teams also on 19 points. Some great scores out there. Well played, all of you, especially if you managed to get Lisbon after that. But never mind. Right then, round number 3, dead easy art and literature round. I know a lot of you like a bit of art and literature. So question number 1 should not test us too hard. So here we go then. Question number 1. What is the name of Sherlock Holmes' older brother, who works as the government official and who Holmes says is the more intelligent of the two? So what is the name of Sherlock Holmes' older brother, who works as a government official and who Holmes says is the more intelligent of the two? Question number 2. What is the name of the lion in the novel The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? I'm sure even like me, if you've not read it, you still know the name of the lion. So what is the name of the lion in the novel The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? What's he put? Leo. Yeah, if it's any help, it's not Leo, Ken. Oh dear. Sorry. I'm sure it was only. Question number 3. As in the title of the well-known painting by John Constable called The Haywain, what is a haywain? I'll give you the choice. Is it a horse-drawn cart used to carry hay, a barn used to store hay, or a large pile of freshly cut hay? That's a good question. So, as in the title of the well-known painting by John Constable called The Haywain, what is a haywain? I'll give you the choice. Is it a horse-drawn cart used to carry hay, a barn used to store hay, or a large pile of freshly cut hay? Bean? That's a bit random, Martin. What does that mean? You got me completely on there. Oh, that's what you mean. Seen that and done that. Well played, Martin. Oh my goodness. It's obviously very popular around those parts. It would be if you were down there. Right, question number 4. Published in 2011, which ex-Chancellor of the Exchequer wrote the book Back from the Brink, 1000 Days at number 11? So how well do you know your Chancellor of the Exchequer? So published in 2011, which ex-Chancellor of the Exchequer wrote the book Back from the Brink, 1000 Days at number 11? Question number 5, dead easy one this. Artist Edwin Landseer is best known for his sculptures of 4 bronze lions that are located where? So question 5 again. Artist Edwin Landseer is best known for his sculptures of 4 bronze lions that are located where? Question number 6. First published in London in 1878, The War Cry is the official news publication of which organisation? So first published in London in 1878, The War Cry is the official news publication of which organisation? Well, I have to say this California Sun has got about I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10 on terms of quality. Not too bad at all. You didn't what? No, I didn't like the black tick one too much, but it was only £4, I suppose, for 4. Question number 7. It's an interesting one. In fact, I didn't know, and I should have known this straight off, but never mind. Dedicated to the author who was born there, in which seaside town would you find the Agatha Christie Mile? So dedicated to the author who was born there, in which seaside town would you find the Agatha Christie Mile? Question number 8 is a bit long-winded, but bear with me and listen carefully. What word, just after one word, was coined in the late 1990s as a shortening of a 2-word term and refers to a regularly updated website that typically contains a series of personal observations and opinions, often written as diary-style entries? It's probably easier if you read it than me talking to it. So what word was coined in the late 1990s as a shortening of a 2-word term and refers to a regularly updated website that typically contains a series of personal observations and opinions, often written as a diary-style entries? There's plenty of people that do it and earn money out of it. Question number 9. How is the character of Dennis known in the title of David Walliams' first children's novel? Probably typical David Walliams to say that, but never mind. So how is the character of Dennis known in the title of David Walliams' first children's novel? Any of you with children possibly read it, but I'm afraid mine were too old for that, but never mind. And finally, question number 10. I've made this a bit easier for you, you'll be pleased to know. Opening with the line, on the ning nang nong, where the cows go bong, which Indian-born ex-goon wrote the poem On the Ning Nang Nong, which was voted the UK's favourite comic poem in a 1998 poll? So question 10 again. Opening with the line, on the Ning Nang Nong, where the cows go bong, which Indian-born ex-goon wrote the poem On the Ning Nang Nong, which was voted the UK's favourite comic poem in a 1998 poll. That's quite a long time ago, but even so. Whether it's still the UK's most famous poem, I have no idea. So we're looking for an ex-goon, and I'm sure that's not too tricky for you to work out. So there we have it. That's our art and literature round, diverse round. And I'm sure most of you will have scored fairly well on that round. A good turnout tonight. We've got 67 concurrent teams tonight. A few more than last week. I know a few of you have been away on holidays and things, but it's great to see you all back and enjoying the quiz, or maybe not enjoying the quiz, as the case may be. As I've always said, if there's any rounds any of you particularly like or dislike, just let me know. You might all say the art literature round, yeah, or types of rounds that you want to do. Just put it in the comments. You're more than welcome to suggest a few rounds I might do. Right then, let's do some marking of the art and literature round. I think they're the kind of answers which you don't need to think too long about. So question number 1. The name of Sherlock Holmes' older brother was Mycroft, of course. Number 2, the name of the lion was Aslan the lion. Number 3, a hay wain is a horse-drawn cart, which is used to carry the hay, obviously, as in the painting, I suppose. Number 4, that ex-chancellor I was after that wrote the book Back from the Brink, 1000 Days, at number 11 was Alistair Darling. Well done if you got Alistair Darling. Number 5, artist Edwin Landseer is best known for the 4 bronze statues, sculptures even, which are in Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square. Number 6, the War Cry was the official news publication of the Salvation Army. Number 7, the Agatha Christie Mile can be found in Torquay. Number 8, the shortening, it was known as a web log, and that was shortened to a single word called a blog. A blog. So if you're a blogger, you write little stories in a diary style entry. Number 9, Dennis was known as the Boy in the Dress. The Boy in the Dress. That was David Walliams' first children's novel. And finally, number 10, of course, was Spike Milligan, who wrote On the Ning Nang Nong, where the cows go bong. He would have said it better than that, but never mind. Right then, everybody, let's have some scores in and see how you fared. So, Rugby Rotary Club, fantastic. 29.7, dropped a point on that round. We've got Jed and Tracy on 25, Squeaky Bob on 28.5 points, Mick Robertson on 25. We've got Jill and Steve Pugh on 26, Andrew Lewis is on 25, Peter Farnham's on 25 points. We've got Michelle Gibbons on 25.5. Matthew Blood and PRS, 28.5 points, that's it. Martin Davis is just saying normal services resumed on 24. Ridgeways are on 25. Sarah's on 21, going to kill that magpie. We've got Don Grizzotti on 27. Famous Fiver on 25.5. We've got Ice Baby still doing remarkably well on 29.5 points. Well played, Johnny and the gang. The 20s are on 20. Julie Ashcroft, 29. Favourite round for me, I like that. Nick Bowers on 24. We've got Great White on 25.5. Anne Anderson's on 27. Home Alone are on 26 points. Pink and Perky still on margaritas and beer on a fantastic 24 points. We've got Team UK USA on 25 points. Split the difference from now on 28 points. I think the magpie turned out here. Right, so we've got some good scores. We've got, at the moment, I think Johnny Callahan and Ice Baby, 29.5 points. That's some going. Julie Ashcroft, 29 points. PRS, 28.5 points. We've got Squeaky Pop, 28.5, and we've got the Rugby Rotary Club on 29 points. So there's nothing in it at the moment. Not many teams dropped some points. Right then, I will just open a beer, and we'll get on with round number 4. Now then, all these two-word answers, starting with the initial letters C and D, as in Christopher, whatever his name is. So we got the idea, haven't we? Right, here we go then. Round number one, starting C and D. I slowed down a bit. Question number one, meaning Gold Coast in English. What name is given to the area on the coast of Catalonia, Spain, where Cunit and Alcanar on the Mediterranean Sea? Oh, sorry, between Cunit and Alcanar on the Mediterranean Sea. So meaning Gold Coast in English. What name is given to the area on the coast of Catalonia, Spain, between Cunit and Alcanar on the Mediterranean Sea? Two-word answer, starting C and D. Question number two. This one's definitely for Toronto and the gang. Great White, here we go. Having won 5 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year and Record of the Year, who is a Canadian singer who was born in Charlemagne, Quebec? So having won 5 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year and Record of the Year, who is a Canadian singer who was born in Charlemagne, Quebec? I've got an S in there, at least. Take that out. Remember, a two-word answer, starting C and D. Can't be that tricky, surely. Question number 3. Old friend of mine, this one. Whose 1859 novel, set in both London and Paris, is regarded as one of the best-selling novels of all time? So whose 1859 novel, set in both London and Paris, is regarded as one of the best-selling novels of all time? Question number 4. The first public demonstration of what new format was played on the BBC television programme Tomorrow's World in 1981? If it helps, I sold lots of them. So the first public demonstration of what new format was played on the BBC television programme Tomorrow's World in 1981? I think I must have sold in excess of 1,000 of those at the time, during my time. Yeah, crap necks. No, well, yes, I suppose she did sell most of them. Oh, I didn't mean those. I meant the thing that was demonstrated on. Yeah, all right. Question number 5. What is the name given to the bottom numbers in a pair of fractions that are equal? So what is the name given to the bottom numbers in a pair of fractions that are equal? That's fair enough. They're not all. Question number 6. With the first names Charlotte Eloise, who was born on the 10th of August 1966 and is now an English gardening expert and TV presenter. So with the first names, Charlotte Eloise, who was born on the 10th of August 1966 and is now an English gardening expert and TV presenter. He's done well if he can remember this round, because it's question number 7. Dead easy, you'll all get this one. Which English naturalist published his theory of evolution with compelling evidence in his 1859 book On the Origin of the Species? So which great English naturalist published his theory of evolution with compelling evidence in his 1859 book On the Origin of Species? Question number 8, I'm sure you'll all get that one, this one with my name in it. Who were the two Trumpton firemen who were immediately after Pew Pew, Barney and McGrew in Captain Flack's roll call? I just need to know the names of the two other firemen after, immediately after, because there's another one or two as well. So who were the two Trumpton firemen who are immediately after Pew Pew, Barney and McGrew in Captain Flack's roll call? We haven't had them all before, actually. There might be one or two, but not a lot. Question number 9. This one's for Ian Wilson. Originally called Dominion Day, what is celebrated on the 1st of July each year to commemorate part of the country's full independence? So question number 9 again. Originally called Dominion Day, what is celebrated on the 1st of July each year to commemorate part of the country's full independence? And finally, number 10, another great program, this one. Played by Tim McInnerny, what is the name of the fictional pencil-pushing staff officer who is aide to General Melchett in Blackadder Goes Forth? So question 10 again, played by Tim McInnerny, what is the name of the fictional pencil-pushing staff officer who is aide to General Melchett in Blackadder Goes Forth? Do remember I'm after a C and a D. I don't need a K in there. Thank you. Right, all those answers should start with the initial C and D. I hope you've all done well on that round. Okay then, everybody, I don't think we need too long on that, do we? So let's run through the answers. Here we go. Put pencils down and just do some marking. Here we go. Meaning Gold Coast, I was after the Costa Dorada. The Costa Dorada. Question number 2, of course, was Celine Dion. Number 3, I was after Charles Dickens. It was A Tale of Two Cities, of course. One of the best-selling novels of all time, apparently. Question number 4 was the compact disc. The compact disc. course, it was players I was on about. I sold about 1,000 players, whereas my Oppo Carol, she must have sold 10,000 at least CDs. Number 5, what is the name given to the bottom numbers in a pair of fractions that are equal? They're common denominators. Number 6, of course, was Charlie Dimmock I was after. Number 7, Charles Darwin, who wrote the book On the Origin of Species. Number 8, in Captain Flack's roll call, Pew Pew Barnum McGrew. Of course, we were after Cuthbert and Dibble. Number 9 was Canada Day, which was originally called Dominion Day. So well done to Great White. I'm sure you would have got that one. And finally, number 10, played by Tim Kinnery, it was Captain Darling. I was after Captain Darling. Yes, his name was Captain Kevin Darling, but we didn't need the Kevin. So Captain Darling was what I was after. So add them up and let's see how you fared on that relatively straightforward CD round. I'm sure most of you would have fared pretty well. Right, we have Great White doing very well on that round, of course, 35.5. We've got the famous 5 on 35.5. Rugby Roach Club, 39 points. We got Jed and Tracy on 34. The Ridgeways are on 34. Sarah and the gang on 31. Don Quixote, 37 points. We've got Martin Davis on 34.5. PRS are now on 38.5. We've got Michelle on 35.5. We got Nick. Oh, bother, it's just gone off my screen. Sorry. Nick Bowers on 32. Mick Roberts on 35. Home Alone, 3.5 on 35.5. We've got Squeaky Pop on 38. Jill Hughes on 36. We've got Graham Gifford on 34.5. Harry Farnham's on 34. We got Ice Baby, 39.5. Well played them. Split the difference on 38. We've got the 20s on 28. Julie Ashcroft on 38.5. We got Andrew Lewis on 34.5 points. Ping and Percy down after a lot of margaritas. Pinky and Perky are now on 34. Team UK USA on 35. Ann Anderson's on 36.5. We've got Pig and Mix on 35.5. And the 20s are on 28 points. So well played them. So at the moment, we've got Ice Baby still just in the lead on 39.5 points. We've only dropped half a point so far. Probably on that tricky UNESCO thing. And we've got a couple of teams pretty close to them. We've got the Rugby Roach Club on 39. And we've got Split the Difference in PRS, 38.5. So there's some very, very good score. With Julie Ashcroft, 38.5. There's some great scores out there, gang. But we will sort you out as we get into the last 2 rounds. Now then, round number 5 is called 1 to 10. Haven't done this for a while. Basically, I'm after your first answer will either be 1 letter or 1 digit. And your 10th answer will be 10 digits or 10 numbers. You'll get the idea as we go along. So I will explain it as we go. But so 1 digit long. Here we go then. Question number 1. Derived from the Greek word meaning giant, how many zeros would you associate with the metric prefix giga? Ian will know that one. Ian Wilson, he's good on those kind of things. So derived from the Greek word meaning giant, how many zeros would you associate with the metrics prefix giga? Sorry, Ian. You can thump me next time you see me. Now, obviously, that's a single digit answer, so you don't need to write the number. You need to use a number. That makes any sense. Question number 2. Remember, this is 2 letters. What 2-letter symbol is used as the SI-derived unit of pressure? So what 2-letter symbol is used as the SI-derived unit of pressure? Named after some frog, I think, but never mind. Sorry if there's any French people. Very famous scientist. Now, question number 3, you have to write this number down because it's only 3 letters long, okay? 3 letters long, also called the twisted cylinder. How many surfaces would you find on a Mobius strip? We haven't had that for a long time. So also called the twisted cylinder, how many surfaces would you find on a Mobius strip? It's a number, but it's got to be written. And of course, it's 3 letters long. I'll put of on the next question later. Of. Question number 4. Tobermory is the only town and capital of which Scottish island, which is located in the Scottish Inner Hebrides? So Tobermory is the only town and capital of which Scottish island, which is located in the Scottish Inner Hebrides. I used to have a friend that, well, he still lives there as far as I know. Or did he move, Andy? I can't remember. Oh, yes, he did. He moved to Benbecula. So that's a 4-letter answer. Question number 5 has got 5 letters in this answer. Located in the Northern Hemisphere, which country's national symbol is a lotus flower? So located in the Northern Hemisphere, which country's national symbol is a lotus flower? Nice, easy one to get wrong, that one. Question number 6 is 6-letter long answer. In the 19th century, which plant that supplied the dye for denim jeans became a major crop of the Mississippi Delta? So in the 19th century, which plant that supplied the dye for denim jeans became a major crop of the Mississippi Delta? Question number 7. Played by George Peppard, what rank did the leader of the TV series The A-Team reach in the Army? And again, that's a 7-letter answer. So played by George Peppard, what rank did the leader of the TV series The A-Team reach in the Army? Question number 8 is an interesting one. It's one I'd forgotten completely. What is the surname of the tough guy actor who sang I Talk to Trees in the 1970 film Paint Your Wagon? So what is the surname of the tough guy actor who sang I Talk to Trees in the 1970 film Paint Your Wagon? That's an 8-letter answer, just in case you're wondering. Question number 9 is a 9-letter answer, of course. If you were born on New Year's Day, under what star sign would you have been born? Please silent. So if you were born on New Year's Day, under what star sign would you have been born? And finally, question number 10, which is a 10-letter answer. And I'm just after a one-word answer, not two-word, because it is a two-word answer, but just a one-word answer. Which band's biggest hit singles from the 1970s include ballads such as Easy and Three Times a Lady? I just want a one-word answer, obviously, to make it fit. So which band's biggest hit singles from the 1970s include ballads such as Easy and Three Times a Lady? You don't want me to sing it, do you, Robin? Once, twice, three times a lady. Something like that. What? I don't even know the lyrics. That's the problem. If I knew the lyrics, I could sing it properly. Is it once, twice, three times a lady? Once, twice, three times a lady. I'm waiting for the comments from my mum. Oh, here we go. No, says Robin, doesn't like my singing. It was after accusing him of being in the Lawrence Sheriff School choir last week. I think that's what's coming up. My singing. What's wrong with ballads? Is it? Well, I say bath as well, don't I? You say bath and ballads. All right, they could be ballads. Next says, don't give up the day job. No, that's true. Right then, come on, let's go through some answers, should we? Let's go through some answers. So these are the previous 10 answers. Nice and easy to write from the Greek word meaning giant. Giga has 9 zeros after it. 9 zeros. Question number 2. What two-letter symbol is used as the SI-derived unit of pressure? That's the Pascal, which is a P and an A, of course. P and an A. Number 3, the Mobius strip just has one side. Number 4 was the Isle of Mull. I'm sure you all got that. Number 5, with 5 letters, it's India, whose national symbol is a lotus flower. Could have put China or Japan, of course. Number 6 was indigo, that major crop from the Mississippi Delta. Number 7, George Peppard became a colonel in the army. A colonel, well done if you got that. Number 8, that was a tricky one, the surname of a tough guy actor. I was after Clint Eastwood. It was the surname I wanted, Eastwood. Number 9, yes, he sang. He thought my singing's not very good. I hate to think what Clint Eastwood's singing's like. I Talk to Trees. There's that popular hit from the 1970 film Paint Your Wagon. Number 9, of course, was Capricorn. And finally, number 10, it was the Commodores. I was after Commodores. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. So well done if you got all of those right. Let's see some scores in. I'm expecting some good scores on that round. So we have Pink and Perky doing very well. A second round with a 10 out of 10. In a row, fantastic, with 44 points. Jed and Tracy on 43. We got the Rugby Rotary Club on 48 points. Famous 5 on 45.5. Guarantee Ridgeway and the Ridgeways on 42. Sarah and the gang are on 40. We've got Mick Roberts on 43. Great White again. Ag on 39.5. And Anderson 42.5. We've got Home Alone 3.5 on 42.5. PRS are on 48.5. Hilary Farland on 41. We've got Nick Bowes on 40. Martin Davis on 43. Andrew Lewis is on 40.5. We've got Michelle Gibbons on 42.5. Julie Ashcroft doing really well, 46.5. Pick and Mix are on 34. Jill Pugh and Steve are on 41.5. We've got Mike Yates on 37. Ice Ice Baby, oh, they've slipped up a little bit on that round, 45.5 points. We've got Don Quixote on 45. Lisa, we got Team UK USA on 43. Reasonably happy with that. Pick and Mix corrected it, 44.5. We've got Leslie Barrett, and his scores are coming on now. Well done, Leslie, 43. The Tweenies are on 33, but sorry, the Twinnies are on 43, 33 even. We've got Grant Gifford, 41.5. Split the difference on 48, and we've got Squeaky Pop on 45 points. So I saw a couple of 48s there. We've got 48 for split the difference. Julie's on 46.5, PRS 48.5, and the Rugby Rotary Club on 48. So we've got 48, 48.5, and another 48. So it's all very close. Now, the last round, as always, is a bit bizarre because there's always some questions in there that are going to trip you up. There's some general knowledge and there's some particularly tricky general knowledge, but we'll see. They're not that tricky. Like I said. Yeah, one of them's particularly tricky, but besides that one, you should be able to get at least a good 8 out of 10 on this one. So let's all enjoy going into the last round. Yeah, great weight. Instead of an ARG, they've revised it up a point to 40.5. And Leslie's just saying hi, Pob. Hi, Pob. Cheers, Pob. Right then. Question number 1. Still crap. It's not that crap at all. You're in the 40s. Nobody else is, nobody's in the 50s. Look on the bright side. Let me just quickly get my can of beer ready for this round. Right then, question number 1. In a game of bingo, the phrase Kelly's eye refers to what number? I'm sure you've all played bingo before. So in the game of bingo, the phrase Kelly's eye refers to what number? Nice, easy one to get you going. Question number 2, just don't pick Christianity really. In which religion do the 4 heavenly kings each watch over one cardinal direction of the world? Presumably that means north, south, east and west. So in which religion do the 4 heavenly kings each watch over one cardinal direction of the world? That's a tricky one, yeah, I know. Well, I didn't know that one, but never mind. I've been around a few of their temples, that's for sure, but never mind. Question number 3, dating from the mid-1800s, in which London park would you find Speaker's Corner? So dating from the mid-1800s, in which London park would you find Speaker's Corner? I left the word find out there. Hold on, mate. I'm glad you correct me on the way. Question number 4. Which chemical element shares its name with the fictional planet on which Superman was born? So which chemical element shares its name with the fictional planet on which Superman was born? I know you're all saying dead easy so far. I'm sure we've all got these. Question number 5. How many inches wide is a standard UK king-size mattress? I want to know how many feet it is. I want to know how many inches it is. So how many inches wide is a standard UK king-size mattress? You might argue that's probably not de facto, which it probably isn't, but all the same, I've got an answer. That's the one I'm sticking with. Oh, Ian's back. Evening, Nick and Lydia just got from Wales. Oh, just got back from Wales. Have the hedgehogs been out? Did you leave them enough food over the weekend? Right then, question number 6. With the symbol CD, I should have used that in the previous round, shouldn't I? What is the base unit of luminous intensity in the International System of Units? So with the symbol CD, what is the base unit of luminous intensity in the International System of Units? Oh, Ian's saying he only went for the day. Martin's asking you, because Martin's Welsh. He's asking you whether he went south or not. South or the other lot. Got a different language up North Wales, haven't they? Completely different. South. Oh dear. Question number 7. This is going to take some thinking. Listen carefully. This might sort the quiz out. What 7-letter word, meaning an attractive combination of vitality and glamour, is the shortest valid English word that could never be played in Scrabble due to the lack of letter tiles needed to play it? There's a good one. So what 7-letter word, meaning an attractive combination of vitality and glamour, is the shortest valid English word that could never be played in Scrabble due to the lack of letter tiles and needed to play it? And if it's any help, it's a 7-letter word. Oh, I did say it was a 7-letter word at the beginning. Crick Owl. I went camping in Crick Owl once with the Boys Brigade many years ago. In fact, it's got to be about 45 years ago, maybe 50 years ago. See it, God. Some farmer's field in the middle of Crick Owl or near Crick Owl. Right then, I'm sure you've all worked that 7-letter word out, meaning an attractive combination of vitality and glamour. Right, question number 8. Listen carefully, because we've had this question before, but it did this. I had to look this up to make sure it wasn't wrong. When Andy goes missing from his prison cell in the 1994 film The Shawshank Redemption, which famous actress features on the poster that covers the hole through which he escapes? So question 8 again. When Andy goes missing from his prison cell in the 1994 film The Shawshank Redemption, which famous actress features on the poster that covers the hole through which he escapes? What's that? I thought I'd better put one in. It's all right, my daughter's giggling. Question number 9. Thought it was about return. About time to bring it back. Question number 9. What piece of sporting equipment, best known for its use in the game of ice hockey, shares its name with a moon of Uranus? Oh dear, sorry. Yeah, I know, childish. So what piece of sporting equipment, best known for its use in the game of ice hockey, shares its name with a moon of Uranus? Squeaky Bob saying, watched that the other night. Well, there were 3 different posters. That's what makes it a bit tricky question. Because we had one the other week in one of my quizzes. And finally, in what year did Robbie Williams have a major hit? Not hot. Sorry, I put hot. A major hit with the song Millennium. Now, I'm going to give you the choice. Was it 1998, 2000, or 2002? So, and finally, in what year did Robbie Williams have a major hit with the song Millennium? I'll give you the choice. Was it 1998, 2000, or 2002? There we have it. There are 10 tricky questions there. There's a couple of them you might have struggled with. Other than that, you can have a guess at most of them. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and then we're going to do some marking, see how we've all fared. So, Ian. Oh, you've got them all, did you? Right, good old Ian. He said, what tricky question? There were no tricky questions. That's fair enough. So did the hedgehogs turn up? Have they been there tonight? Were you too late to feed them? Have they run off thinking, where's our minder got to? Dear. They should be fattening themselves up nicely for the winter now. Scoffing as much as they can. Okay then, everybody. Put your pencils down. Pick your beer up. And whoever's doing the marking, just here we go. These are the answer. Not yet. Giving them time. They are like little barrels. Apparently, they're the best time to eat them is in the autumn, isn't it, hedgehog? So, sorry, no, just in case you're a hedgehog eater. You know. Anyway, question number one. Here we go. In a game of bingo, the phrase Kelly's Eye refers to what number? That's number one, of course. In which religion do the four heavenly kings each watch over one cardinal direction of the world? That is in Buddhism. Buddhism. Question number three, dating from the mid-1800s, in which London Park would you find Speaker's Corner? That's Hyde Park. Number four, of course, the chemical element that shares its name with the fictional planet is Krypton. Number five, how many inches wide is a standard UK king-size mattress? Well, they're 5 foot or 60 inches. 60 inches is what I was after. Number six, the symbol CD, the base unit of luminous intensity, is known as the candela. The candela. Number seven, that was the tricky one. The 7-letter word I was after, meaning an attractive combination of vitality and glamour, is known as pizzazz. Pizzazz. That's P-I-Z-Z-A-Z-Z. There's only one Z and 2 blank letter tiles, so you can't make the word pizzazz. Number eight, well, of course, was Raquel Welch. Now, we did have Rita Hayworth because that was his first poster, I think, but his last poster, just before he got, just after he escaped, was Raquel Welch. Welch even. Number nine, of course, that piece of sporting equipment, also a moon of Uranus, is Puck. And finally, number 10, Robbie Williams had his major hit with Millennium in 1998. So well done if you got that. It's a bit of a trick question, that one, but never mind. So let's have some scores in then. Let's have some winners and some losers. And anybody else that wants to tell me their score or just whatever else. And we'll see how we've fared. Right, Great White ended up with a fantastic 48.5, and Michelle on 52.5. Got Mink Roberts on 50, the famous 5 on 54.5. We've got Julie Ashcroft, very good, 55.5. Jen and Tracy, Hillier and Farnham's on 49. We've got Squeaky Bob on 46, Jen and Tracy on 51, Andrew Lewis 46.5, Ann Anderson's on 53.5, Mike Yates on 44. We got Julian Pugh and Steve on 48.5. Sarah, well done, ending on 49. Anthony Ridgeway saying rubbish, 49. Nick Bowles on 46. Leslie Barrett, very good, 50 points. PRS on 57.5 points. We've got Squeaky Bob said, whoops, 54. We've got Martin Davis ending up with 52. Well done. Couldn't remember Raquel Welch, but could see her. Oh, my goodness. Don Quixote on 53 points. We've got the Rugby Roach, got a very good score on 56 points. The 20s on 39, Pick and Mix on 50.5. Team UK USA, not bad. They're happy with that, 53 points. Johnny Cannon, Ice Baby, 54.5. Well done, you guys, because you were doing very well tonight. Pink and Perky and the gang on 49. And that's about it, I think. So we've got Rugby Roach Club on a fantastic 56 points. PRS, I think, 57.5 points. Very good scores. So thanks everybody for taking part in tonight's quiz. It's been you've learnt something, maybe one, maybe two things that you didn't know before. It's always remembering those things that you couldn't get right the first round that are important. And we got split the difference on 56 points. So it appears tonight that we have a foul, and we've got Graham Gifford 49.5. I don't know whether that beats Steve's score, does it, Steve Pugh? I don't know how the Cambridge gang. So 49.5 for them. How did the Pews do? I'm not really. Oh, 48.5. So you did beat the Pews. The Giffords beat the Pews by 1 point. Well played, Graham and Jane. So tonight's winners on 57.5 points, only dropping 2.5 points all evening, were PRS, Performing Rights Society. Then we had a tie for second place between the Rotary Club of Rugby, or Rugby Rotary Club, and of course Split the Difference. So some shared honours there. And not far behind, we also had some very good Ice Baby, 54.5. What else we got? There were some good scores there. 57. 50. Oh, Julie Ashcroft. That's a great score. 55.5 points. So well played there. So anyway, good night all. We hope to see some of you, if not all of you, on Wednesday night. We do our Wednesday night quiz exactly the same time. It'll be 8:15. We are looking to start a Thursday night quiz actually in the pub at the beginning of November, but this may take a little bit of doing. I'm also hoping to broadcast live to the rest of, obviously, to you lot at the same time. So I'm going to try and do a live pub quiz at the same time as doing the quiz online, if that makes any sense. So you can still all enjoy doing the quiz if you want to. Anyway, good night, everybody, and thank you very much. It's Nick signing out until Wednesday night, and we'll see you all again. So congratulations, PRS, Split the Difference, and the Rugby Rotary Club. So well done, everybody. Good night, all. Thank you very much. Just in this room. There we go.